We pulling?
What's up, I'm Jimfro, and this is the Ready Check Pull Boss Guide to Plexus Sentinel on Normal and Heroic. And big thank you to our supporters on Patreon. We've completely overhauled our Patreon exclusive content this tier with early access, extended Heroic walkthroughs, and a bunch more. Alright, so this is a 2-phase single target fight, and you bloodlust on pull. The main goal of the fight is to make it to the end of the hallway. Sounds simple, but the giant robot guarding it has set up traps, barriers, and a full-on gauntlet to stop you. So here's how you get through it. In phase 1, you start by tanking the boss right where he's at, near the middle of the arcane wall, and the raid loosely spreads out while keeping the middle section clear. Several players will get circle debuffs that need to be taken to the far back left or right of the room, leaving the middle clear for later. After a few seconds, a trap drops at their feet that needs to be avoided. If you walk over one of the traps, you take damage, get stunned, and get teleported to a random spot, so don't walk over them. Having someone immune soak them doesn't really help either, because it just removes the trap for a less bad pool, but still not good. For the tanks, taunt swap on every obliteration cannon cast. The tank with the debuff needs to run it out of the raid to the far back right or left, not the middle or anywhere near the front. When it expires, it does a huge hit, then drops a giant pool on the ground that does damage and slows anyone inside of it. The boss will also target a player with a group soak. That player needs to run the soak to the boss's backside close to the melee so they can help soak. Once it expires, it does a bunch of damage that gets split by anyone in the soak, so the more people helping soak, the better. On Heroic, the soak is a double soak, meaning you need to split your raid into 2 groups or just do melee first, range second. And try not to get knocked into the traps on the left and right. When the boss gets to full energy, everyone needs to stack up in the middle of the room behind the boss because he pushes everyone back to the start of the room and you don't want to get pushed into a trap. This is why we keep the middle of the room clean. Then the boss teleports far away and puts up a big shield. You need to use some raid-wide movement speed to quickly get through the trap gauntlet, dodging damage beams, stun traps, knockback bubbles, and an unavoidable wall that does an absolute crazy amount of damage if you get hit by it. The only way to avoid the wall is to use your extra action button to activate your legendary cloak, which will teleport you forward and make you immune to the big wall's damage. You do all of this to get to the boss, DPS the shield down, to then interrupt this cast starting phase 1 again. Everything is basically rinse and repeat after that, but each time he starts the phase 2 gauntlet, you'll be pushed farther and farther back, making it take longer to get to the boss and break his shield. This wouldn't be so bad, but during the gauntlet, the raid will be taking ramping raid-wide damage that after a while could become unhealable. So you really need to speed through phase 2 as fast as you can before your healers can't keep up. And that's pretty much it. Here's a quick recap for you to review or screenshot for later. You can find all of our recaps over at the Ready Check Pull Discord. Big thank you to our supporters on Patreon. We've got a ton of Patreon exclusive content coming this tier, like early access, extended heroic walkthroughs, and a bunch more. So check out the Discord and Patreon links below. Peace.